Well, hello. Happy holidays. Merry fucking Christmas. Belated whatevers. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Myself, I had the flu. I'm getting over it. I hope I don't have too many of the sniffles and too much erratic breathing during this or coughing fits. It is a few days after Christmas, a couple days before the new year. We're ending off 2025. I woke up, it was yesterday morning, with a brand new subscriber. It said, hey, check out, I think it's called Troust. I got it pulled up from Heilung. And I'm like, hey, that's perfect. The last time I listened to Heilung, I was sick. And apparently Heilung means healing. And it sort of did heal me that day. And for the rest of the next couple of weeks. So I'm not sure if I've heard this song. I did listen to a few songs from Heilung because the shit's just badass. But this is live from Red Rocks, which if you don't know, if it's the same Red Rocks, it's in Colorado, I believe. And it's an awesome venue. A lot of artists when they get to play there. It's just something about the environment. You're just surrounded by all these rocks, and there's like mountains in the background. You get to see the sunset coming down during the show. So it's peak United States venue. Anyhow, so they always put a lot into it, and many artists do get live recordings from there. And it could be something about the acoustics. It could just be the environment. I don't know. But there are a lot of live recordings from Red Rocks. So anyhow, this should be good. I mean, it's Heilung. So we're here for some healing. So thank you very much. Let's get her open. I'm just praying that my audio is working. So the reason we didn't do it yesterday, because my computer needed to be reset. Reformatted. And so I've been playing with the audio all morning, and I hope this works Troust live. Let's go. Oh, you know what I was going to do, though? Let's pause this for a second. I need my headphones. I was going to do the old switcheroo so we could actually see the video. Little me. Okay, it's Little Me studio mode. I never know if this is working. Little me, stupid. Go to Little me. Are we going? Are we Little me mode now? I think we're Little me mode now. Okay, full screen. All right, Heilung live at Red Rocks Amphitheater. Still got that volume on this thing. Damn, I just want to hear more from the show. That was such a storytelling song, and of course I don't know the lyrics. I mean, all we saw was this girl get wrapped up, and again, I don't know what the lyrics are. I assumed she was going to be sacrificed, and then it was because it was almost like the Abraham being willing to sacrifice his son. It was as if her willingness was all that was required. And because I love where she was singing, I think that was one of the coolest scene in the video for me is when, they're tying her up and then they zoom in, and as she's being tied up, you see that she's singing as well, like full participation, just as into it, and then like I said, it's as if she was set free. I mean, symbolically, I guess she did go down. Maybe she was sacrificed and then she ascended, or she was just set free because of her willingness. Again, like Abraham was willing to sacrifice Isaac, but God stopped him. He was just testing his faith. I don't know, but it would have been an amazing show. Now the song was really cool. I kept expecting it to. I don't know at what point where I realized it wasn't going to go bombastic and it was just going to stay there. Should have kind of picked up that on the beginning when he first did his vocal and then used sampled it and put it through that delay, that never-ending delay. Basically, just never ended. And there was a slight arpeggio, synth arpeggio behind it that matched, or it just blended it together, and it rode on through the song. And then he did have these small nuances where he would make these slight variations, and that's where all the song is. All the epicness in the song is all in nuance. Here, let's see here. I've got crap in my way. I can't even see my screen. We'll turn it down a little. We'll turn it down about, I don't know, here. Let's do the old switcheroo. Studio Moon, did I get it right? I don't know. I don't know why I have to click this so many times to get this right. Work. Stupid. Are we work? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's kind of go. We're just going to skim through some of this again. Since we got to enjoy it as is the first time. So I really like how slow these bells are. That just sets this like I like the upbeat on that. I didn't even notice it. It's right in between. Timing wise. Boom. Alright, so the bell hits on the second drum. Hits on one of the ups. Oh, okay. That's the. And he is going up with it, so it's kind of neat. Alright. Now this choir, or I guess you can I call it a choir. No. Okay. So she's our primary singer, but there's there's the oohs And then there's also the primary, there's a harmony sneaking in where it's not word for word, but I just heard it again. It's like a word every now and then. So you have the ooze, I can't do it. My throat will fall apart. So she's primarily singing, but somebody's sneaking in the occasional word that's a harmony, and I don't know who it is, because you've got all the ooze going on, and then just every now and then you'll hear like a doubling of a word, but with a different voice. And now, like I said, it's all these little subtle things that make it so impactful. When they decide to step over each other, when it's, get off of my screen, Windows, I'm going to freaking murder you. I'm coming for you, Bill Gates. Jesus, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I am. But yeah, so I love when they start, they go back and forth with this like a male voice, female voice. Here we are. And then right near the end, they come in a little early, and it's just that little. See, they taking turns. Oh, and she's singing with the male part. I didn't even pick up on that. But the more it goes on, the more it's like there's a separation, and by the end, the female starts to come in a little earlier each time. Because like right there, it's on the last note, and then by the end, it's like before the end of the phrase. It's just. I don't know how I didn't notice that I wasn't really paying attention as much, that the woman was singing the men's part. It's funny when he goes down and he pets her, almost like caresses her, like it's gonna be okay. It's just like comforting. Okay, they can. Yeah, right. I missed it right there. Right there, instead of waiting to the last note, they came in just a hair earlier. And it's like I said, it's like it builds anticipation. Just had like a very almost set you down nicely. He's just holding that arpeggio. It's kind of slick. It made it look like he tightened it on her, but it looked like, I don't think the rope moved at all. It's already, he had his fingers set. If you looked at it close enough, I mean, it was completely safe. But it looked good, and you'd never be able to tell from the sitting there. Still had plenty of space there. You can see it now. Oh, I missed the part where he petted her. I wanted to see that. Sorry, I'm crazy. I wanted to see where he There he goes. There you go. Sorry. Well, we already heard it. We heard the song, and I'm going to listen to it over and over now. I'm just kind of looking at the video now because it's a great production, man. It's such a good production. All right. So then she comes out, and she raised her up, and like I said, you could see it either way. I'm sure reading the lyrics would help, but so the next coolest part is this high vocal that comes in. She steps off to the side. This is just high-pitched like soprano vocal or alto vocal in the background that starts to pierce through. It's just so subtle. It's not like doesn't overtake the music. Maybe I missed it. But you know, especially if you've already heard and you love this song. Right there. Oh my God, they got into me. I had a little bit of a Frozen 2 moment in my I don't know why. I think Aurora does a voice for that. So good. Okay, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Jeez Louise. Alright, so let's close this. Let's talk here a little bit about what we're seeing. Now, I love these guys. I love how, gals, I don't mean that in any kind of way. I love how naturalistic everything is about their essence. It's like if Gaia had a soundtrack. I don't know. It's wonderful. I'm just glad. I'm glad that this exists. That Heilung exists. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, they've got it. Just it's all. It is spiritual, and to some, it's very spiritual. I see it as world building. And I'm sure there's all sorts of different takes on this. I've already seen different takes in the first Heilung video. There was somebody that was saying that they traveled a long way to see Heilung, and they didn't get to. They just kind of hoped to get a little bit of feedback from the group saying, hey, thanks to Randy, thanks to Charlie, thanks to Sammy. I don't know anybody's names, but thank you so much. It's anything of that nature. And there was none of that. It was all just the performance. They came out. And so what that does is keep it mysterious. It's sort of a thing these days. I'm not going to say it started with Slipknot, but they were one of the early groups that covered their faces for the longest time. So it allows the audience to build their own ideas and lore and, expectations. The audience builds the world, and they're not being you're kind of being spoon-fed a little bit with everything they're showing you, but you have to create why it is. And so things get a little lost in the weeds. And so I understood the perspective. You travel a long way. You hope just to get a little insight into that. And then there was another comment that was kind of basically not really pushing back, but was suggesting that, well, yeah, that's the whole point, that they're more spiritual, that it's a spiritual journey, more like a shaman ritual. And my only, which I see that as well, but my only argument to that would be, if I was arguing, I don't want to argue in comments, really. It's, we can. I just don't want to, you other commenters arguing together. I don't know why I get protective. Somebody says something mean to somebody, I'm going to be like, I'm going to come after them. If you say mean stuff to me, I don't care. It don't hurt my feelings. But what was so my my thought process on that was, again, I agree of the mystery, but it isn't a shot. You're not going to see. You're not going to a church or a shaman ritual because they don't charge for admittance for that. So it's similar, but it is still an act. It is still, you know what I'm saying? It's like Cirque du Soleil in a way, but with badass music. Which Cirque du Soleil has some badass music. God, I mean, they're incredible. But you're going to see a performance. You're not going to see a an actual, you haven't entered into this ritual. It's all staged into a performance. So that's all I'm saying about that. And and tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. Because all music is spiritual. That's the thing is, I say all, not anymore, and not really. I mean, so there's some pop music that might be spiritual to you because it invokes and wakes up your spirit. So yes, there are artists that pump out music, and again, these days we're on a whole new level when you can just enter some prompts and spit out something that has absolutely no soul. I used to look at some new pop music and say that had no soul. Well, I've come around on a lot of things. It may not be my favorite to listen to, but the things I was a hater on when I was in high school, the majority of it, if it was getting radio play, either I've come around to like it, or I've just gotten to, not say like it, but maybe it's just nostalgic because I heard it so much and I can associate it with these times. Now, there are a few acts that I just never could come back around to, and I don't know what it is, because the music's not that bad, but something as a whole, it just never, just didn't work for me, and I guess it just never will. As far as growing up and starting to accept musics that you just wouldn't have before, or you hated on something just because everyone else loved it. It's a weird thing that, a lot of people have. There are some people who just love everything that everybody else loves, and then there's people that hate on things that everybody else loves. And the more that people love it, the more they hate it. And you might be the biggest Heilung fan in the world as long as they stay relatively small, but they become the biggest band on earth, and it's like, they're trash now. It's weird. It's weird how we get that way. Anyhow, I don't remember where I started. So I was just saying that it is spiritual. And I think all music that has meaning to you is spiritual. It's spiritual to you, and it's what it means to you. So it doesn't matter what I say or what anyone else says. If you love something, it doesn't have to be about the lore. It just has to be that music invokes a certain feeling inside you, and that you love it for that, and that you listen to it, and it makes you feel awesome. And what else more do you need? You don't need any validation from anyone else out there in the world or the internet or your friends to tell you that something's good or not. If it works for you and it boosts your soul, then it is spiritual and it's important. And almost up until recently, almost all music, regardless of what you felt about it, if one person likes it, then there's a reason for it. It doesn't mean you have to like it. It just means that it is worthy that it was made in the first place, because it made at least one person's life better, and it's better than making some people's lives bad. I guess that could be possible too. People do get offended when you're playing. You're like, oh, put on some music. What is that shit? And it's like, you wanted music. What do you mean? It's got a backbeat. I never heard of that crap. Like, I don't know. That's a whole. I can do a whole video on that shit. All right. Thanks so much for this suggestion. Let's see here. We're stuck in this. Boy, I hope I hit start recording again. Okay. We'll talk to you later. Bye.